everybody. Welcome back, Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset. We're going to roll right over here to Rutherford County, right out Warrior Drive, and going to talk to the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well.
Well, you joined us in 2016. Had a great season last year. Finished 10-3 overall, 5-0 in the region. And had that big stellar win in the regular season, 25-24, to get the Oakland Patriots, which was a big milestone, as that was the first loss Kevin Kriesky had ever gotten since he came to town in 2015. But good to get that one, and then got into the third round of the playoffs and ran back into Oakland, and they wanted to initiate what they thought was their attack, and I just didn't feel like your guys were. You got a little bit behind, and then as the wheels started to come off, you couldn't stop the momentum of the other team, and then as one thing didn't go right for you, and then it just multiplied and it snowballed, or whatever you want to call it. Just, broken plays, missed tackles, missed assignments, things that Riverdale just was uncharacterized earlier in the season, and then you get to that one game and it just falls apart on you. But welcome to the show.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you bringing up that horrible memory. But yeah, man, it was a great season. Kids played really well, and that last game was not a good testament of who the team was this past year. Yeah, and it and it did. If anything went wrong, it went wrong that night. But I mean, all the credit goes to Coach Kriesky and his staff, man. They got an unbelievable staff and unbelievable players and unbelievable programs. So, you got to give them a credit, man. They were prepared and they were hungry, and the hungry team won that night.
Well, and he was able to do it one more time. He got Bradley, and then, of course, he got to Chattanooga, and it was pouring the rain, and a lot more experience and a lot of seniors on the other side of the ball, and he couldn't put it away. I mean, they were on top of him about like he was on top of you.
Exactly.
And that happens.
Yes.
A lot going.
Part of the game, our life. Got to grow up and got to move on. And now we're getting ready for another season. Stork and spring practice will be starting up before you know it.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you. You've got a lot of things going on, and you put your field house first instead of going for the turf, and now you're working on that turf project. Looking at it, and you've watched a couple of the high schools do it, and they've done turf first and now working on a building second. You're glad you went with that building first and kind of just kept natural gas. It worked out for you, didn't it?
Yeah, I love it. I love the building. I love, we can sit in that building and get everything done that we need to get done. And, it's been great. We got 2 locker rooms in there, a meeting room, a weight room, a unbelievable coach's office, an equipment room. So we've enjoyed this building, and I think that's what we needed first and foremost for our players, because that's where we spend every single day that we're on campus is in that building. So we needed something like that, and the kids needed it, and that's what it's about. You got to invest in the players first and foremost, and that was the most important thing. When I took the job, I put a 10-year plan together, and number 1 was to get the field house done, and number 2 was to work on turf. And we got to tighten some things up, and then they'll hopefully be starting this turf within the next month and a half. But it hadn't been easy. It's been many stressful, many tough nights, and not just X's and O's, man. You're dealing with a lot of different things. You can't just walk up to the to the people that you're buying this building from and the turf companies and just give them a credit card and swipe a credit card. You got to go out and raise this money, shake hands, and tell get people involved in your program, and we're very thankful at Riverdale that we've got a good backing. The Booster Club, the football Booster Club, has bent over backwards to try to get this field house completed and done and paid off, and now get the turf project taken care of. And so it's been a tough battle, but it's been a good battle. It's going to be well worth it for the Riverdale community.
And when you start talking about it, so you all are going to try to start the fall. You're looking to start the fall with a full turf field.
Yeah, hopefully everything will be completed by the summertime. I'm getting a little nervous because, we do about a 30-team 7-on-7 and tournament in July. And, right now we're already out one field due to construction with the school. We got a lot of construction going on campus, and then I don't need to be out two more 7-on-7 fields with the construction of turf. So I'm hoping it'll be done sometime in July, so we can
What's
get
the
this thing.
backup? What's the backup plan? Share it with brother, or try to share it with another?
Yeah. I've talked to brother, and hopefully maybe make Blackman one site and Riverdale one site and just divide it up. So we have that's the good thing. When I complain about problems, my brother's sitting there helping me with some solutions. So, it's good and bad.
Well, the proximity of the teams, and you could have, you could still have the food trucks. You could still do a lot of things there. Both of you could, and still and still throw all the money in a pile and split it up, and possibly come away with a little bit of profit.
Yeah, so I think it could work out well for all of us. So he's willing to help and get involved, so that's a good thing. And they got a lot of land and with the middle school across the street.
Yep.
And like that. So they got a lot of areas that you can put a lot of different fields on also.
Well, and that's good for you. Well, this season couldn't have come at a better time. You're trying to raise money to get a turf. You've had a great season. It's hard to go ask people for money if you're not very good on the field. I mean, let's be honest with you. I need money. Well, you're not very good. I don't want to give you any money. So, you got to put a product out there and win some football games if you want to ask people for money.
Yeah, and the kids did a good job. The coaching staff, Coach Barnes and Coach Rail, they each their side of the ball, taking care of them. They did a really good job having those guys prepared each week. And, I was really proud of all the not just those two, but the whole entire coaching staff and what they did and the time they invest with the players and time they spend away from family, and they did a good job. Braden Graham had an unbelievable year.
Yep.
Won the Gatorade Player of the Year. And it's very surprising to me that he's the first Riverdale football player to ever win that. Like I know, there's been a lot of legends that came through Riverdale and won Mr. Football, and none of them won Gatorade Player of the Year. So that was a special off-season honor that he earned, and we got to enjoy as a Riverdale team.
Got Germantown coming in this year. Got a lot of good non-conference games coming into your stadium this year. It's going to be a good fall for Riverdale football, and got the Battle of the Borough at your house, and then got to go over to Brothers for the backyard brawl. But you got a good schedule. The kids are going to be challenged this fall.
Yeah, they'll be challenged very early. Smyrna's going to be really good.
And you'll have to go down there. You got to go down there.
Yeah, we got to go down there, so that'll be tough. And then, we get my alma mater come in and play the first varsity home game on our turf, so that'll be pretty special for me.
When's the last time Henry County came to Rutherford County?
I think it was it was in the 90s. They went to Oakland, 98, 97 or 98.
So it's been a long time since Henry County boarded the bus come to Rutherford County.
Yeah, so it'll be a long trip for them. So, that's this year. That's what's fortunate. And Henry County at Riverdale, and we're not on the road, boy. We took some trips last year, so. But it'll be good. Again, like you said, it's good games and it's good exposure for our kids. And people want to come watch those games, watch the Henry Counties, and travel to the beach and watch Riverdale play beach, and and watch Germantown. Germantown's loaded again. They got a running back that's Power 5 and that has numerous offers. And he's not a hard kid to find because he's out there everywhere, all over the place, and he can run the ball really well. And so we got to stick. We got to be ready. It's going to be a challenge, but these kids are working hard and they're going to be ready for that challenge.
Last but not least, I'll close with this. It's great to know that you had the Herring brothers and they played at Riverdale, and now you see them playing for the Volunteers. But what two fine athletes that if they continue the runway, they will definitely play on Sunday.
Yeah, they're doing good. I was fortunate enough to be able to go down there and watch the bowl game and spend some time with them too.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I got to take my family down there to Orlando, and we got to hang out with them for a few days. And yeah, they're high character people, and they got an opportunity in front of them set up pretty nice. So, we're really proud of them and proud of all the guys, man. We have over 25 plus kids in the last 5 years playing some kind of college football. So we're really proud of that as a program and getting these kids an opportunity, helping these kids get an opportunity to play at any level. I don't care what you say, any level. If you play any college football at any level, that's the extreme. That's a great honor, and that shows a testament to how hard you work and what you're willing to do. Because you got, number one, you got to have good grades. You got to academically get everything taken care of. And once you got that taken care of, then your ability on the field can take care of the rest. So I'm proud of all the guys that they're out there playing and continuing their careers.
Well, and just like we all see, the national, NIL transfer portal, all this has changed. Just trying to sign a senior, a qualified senior that's a good-looking kid, a good-looking football player, but he hasn't played college football. I mean, Rodney said it earlier. It's going to even out. Some of the schools are going to figure out you can't take all portal kids. You got to have some, as they say in Tennessee, you got to have some balls for life. Some guys that come and they don't want to leave. They want to go to school here. They want to graduate from here. So those will be your most important anchors, not necessarily the guys you bring in. Yeah, the guys you bring in can help you, but the anchors will get those guys you bring in ready to be a part of the program.
Exactly, and that's, the college landscape's changed some, but at the end of the day, it's the foundation that matters, and that's what some of these guys will figure out, that they need to. Their locker room's probably tough to deal with at times with all these NIL and NIL monies and things like that. But it's a different world. But you got to accept it, move on, and just enjoy coaching some football.
Coach, it won't be long, and you and I will be in the first Inside the Headset, and we'll be over at Riverdale Warrior practice. And I'm looking forward to the fall. If you need me, you know how to get in touch with me. But as always, we appreciate you being on Inside the Headset.
Hey, I appreciate you, Stuart. Thanks for having me on, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Yep, see you, Coach. Bye.